Hello, you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, and for those in the future, welcome back to a grinding stream. We are going back to the level 1 through 50 level grind challenge in .hack.gu volume 1. We are a good majority of the way there. Let me see. I think we're level 34. Yes, we are getting there. Woo! We are getting there. We've done so many streams. I think, as you guys can see up at the top there, we're about 52 hours into this challenge. We need about 18,000 more experience. Let's see. Let's check out our stats real quick. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, we're good, Titan. Hello, everyone. Hello, Titan. Hello, McCoy. Hello, Jay. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We're level 32. Oh, we're level 32. Oh, I thought we were level 34. Oops. Oh, well. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be doing 34 today. I was way off. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get there. We're going to get this. We're going to do a little bit of level grind. Oopsie. Yeah, I was a level off. It's alright, though. You know. It just means we're having a little bit more to do. For whatever reason, I thought we already got to 33. But I'll have to check to see. I don't think that I accidentally, forgot to save or anything like that. You know. Oh. There we go. I think we are supposed to be at level 32. I think 33 is actually the number we're supposed to be at. Although, the last stream, it was labeled as road to 33. So, I'm definitely gonna have to check and see about that. Actually, hang on a second. Yeah, no, wait a minute, we're right. Because I need 17, that's 18,000. So, that's about 18 levels. Okay, yeah, yeah, we got the right amount. Had to do a double take there. Boom. Still a lot of grind, but like 18 streams at the very minimum. Maybe one day, like if enough people join the stream and if enough people are interested, I might push it to back to 2 levels like I used to. The reason why I kind of, stopped doing 2 levels per stream, at least for a time, mostly because of burnout. Like, doing this for 5 hours at a time, I mean, yeah, it got a lot done, but burnout was certainly a thing. And so, I'm just going to stick with 1 level for now, but if more people want to cheer me on, do all that, then yes, I will probably move it up to 2 hours, or not 2 hours, what am I saying? Excuse me, 2 levels per stream. Something to that effect. Oh yes, we got a full thing of health drinks. Ooh. Oh, nope. Oh, whoa, okay. Yeah, my Xbox controller is has a little bit of stick drift. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but as long as we just hold on to the controller, I think we'd be fine. Boop. So, from what I can remember, so doing this route will give us 16 experience per dungeon run. And I think we would hit the 300 experience point by the time we get to the first break, or at least something close to that. Remember in the Forest of Pain that can only be heard by magic, and you didn't put your mages in the party? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh yeah, I remember. It is such a shame that, you can't really put magic in the skill trigger. I think, just having that as an option probably would have made the Forest of Pain maybe a little more bearable, I would say. But, it's called the Forest of Pain for a reason. It's not meant to be, a beginner dungeon. No, it is quite literally the last dungeon in the game. Well, major dungeon, I should say. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Honestly, I don't know why, But I really hope that at some point, you know, we get to we get to volume 2, mostly because of the speed charm and the speed boosting augments. Because in volume 1, that's not available. You can't get the speed charm or the speed boosting item, like consumable items in this volume, which I think it's a missed opportunity, you know? And when I started this challenge, I was thinking, hey, should I do the PS2 version or this version? I am so glad I chose this version, because it would have been twice as long if I did the PS2 version. And we've been doing this so much that we're now maxed out on the deaths and healing. Oh, wait, is that Hanako? Yes, you are, Hanako. Let's trade. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I'm getting the beginner's books now, so that way, if we do this challenge for volumes 2 and 3, I want to be able to use skills that are area of effect. You know, just wide area effect. Because the skills we have now do not have the range to hit every enemy. Hey, a tornado. A tornado is pretty cool. Pretty nice. Alright, come on, Haseo. Ooh, double hit. That was pretty good. Pretty nice. Oh. Oh, boo. Da, 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 da. Man, these swords and these goblins probably don't like me at the moment. I mean, look at this. We're hitting the max damage cap. That just goes to show you how many levels we've gotten in this dungeon so far. Gotta drink my tea before we get to the next section. Yeah, I've been trying to find, like, better routing for this grind. Additionally, I did the entire dungeon, but then we had to spend some time getting chims. Which, like, getting chims... Yes, I mean, it was kind of a process, but I forgot which area had, like, the nearby chims. And even then, like, trying to collect them all, it got a little tedious. So it's like 32 or 34 experience per dungeon run by doing the full dungeon, but at the offset of taking time for chims. Do 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 da 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 da. Do do do. Here we go now. Ooh. Da 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 da. Here we go. We're fighting all these goblins. Trying to think. What would be... I don't think it really matters which... I think next dungeon run, I'm gonna try a little bit of a different routing. $69, what a number. If you were able to make a spin-off for Dot Hack, what would it be about? Honestly, I think if I had to make a Dot Hack, like, are you talking like a full-blown different series, or is it like a continuation of the Dot Hack, you know, series? Like, like either like create an entirely new series that is influenced by dot hack or dot hack like in addition to dot hack the series. The tuning exams are held in the Forest of Pain, where each section changes the monster's behavior. Could you imagine if Naruto did that? Naruto would not even get past the first 10 floors, let's be real. Because every enemy is scaled up. If we're talking like Forest of Pain GU, definitely not. Maybe Roots Forest of Pain? I don't think it's ever explained too much about that version of the Forest of Pain, but I do know that... Continuation? I would say, like, if I had to continue the Dot Hack series and write a story about it, I would probably talk about the ever-changing landscape of AI, as well as its evolution since 2017, you know? Like, we're, like for our own time, like, we are in an age where generative AI is in the hands of people now, and it could be used for both good and bad. I think that would make for an entirely good story, just to see, like, both sides of that argument, as well as kind of, like, make some predictions as to where it could go, you know? Like, what if, like, someone ended up creating, like, another Morgana, you know, by accident, by, you know, adapting an AI to be smarter than its creator, you know? Like a side story from someone in the main cast. Yeah, exactly. I would say, if I wanted to do a Dot Hack story, it would probably be an entirely new cast. As much as I like the cast of, say, GU or even Sign and IMOC, I think that would kind of take away from, like, the story, because we would want to see, oh, if I try to introduce a new character and then have the old characters come back somehow, then the focus will most likely be on the old characters, because people will want to see, oh, but what's going to happen with them? They already have an established connection with them and not the new character, and that will be really hard to establish, like, a new protagonist that way. Though it can work, GU did a good job about it, because a lot of the returning casts are not the same people. Well, they are the same people, but different NPCs, not NPCs, different player characters, so you can... I don't know how to explain it. It could be interesting if one party members were AIs themselves. Perhaps so, yes. I'm trying to think how that would work, though, because, like, I don't know how you... I don't know how it would work. Because at this point... That's actually got me thinking. I mean, an AI party member does sound interesting, but there's technically already a story like that. Haseo. It's not like it's a manga or a light novel. I can't remember which one it is, but Haseo is about an AI edge punisher, I believe she was. You know, and going through her story. And I wish I remember her name, but I remember reading a little bit of you know, in preparation for a video. I don't remember which video it was, but I read a little bit of it, and that does sound familiar for what you're talking about, Jay. That could work like Resident Evil 6 in a way where the new characters meet the new characters meet the main cast at certain points and passing or working with them against them. Certain missions and story points. Yeah, I'm not saying that it wouldn't work in its entirely. I would say if you're going to do it, then it needs to be done to a point where, like, it's not going to overshadow the main cast, you know? Yeah. It's just kind of like, okay, so let's just take, for example, like, hypothetical Dot Hack game that is coming out. You know, big turnabout. You introduce a new protagonist, and then all of a sudden, Kite comes back as a different version of Kite. I think it can be handled well, but a lot of people would want to see Kite and what they're doing versus, like, this new protagonist. Now, like I said, it can work, but the idea of the new character being overshadowed over the old one. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of like the same mindset the creators had for GU, is that they didn't want to overload with too much of signed, you know, member berries, while also making references of it, of course. I thought you were going to say Haseo was going to return to the main antagonist. No, no. I think Haseo's story is more or less done. Like, he's working for the NAB. You know, he's got his girlfriend. You know, his story is more or less done. You know? I mean, he could come back, you know, kind of like Reiko Seki, and have her come back as well. But for the most part, Haseo's story is done. His character journey is solved through to the end. And I would rather see a new face, a new take on, I guess, kind of like the personal struggles that people go through in online environments like the world, you know? Because I think the series is best when it tells a personal story in this pseudo sci-fi, you know, fiction, you know? Because there's a lot of deeper messaging with the Dot Hack series that a lot of people are drawn to. A lot of people can relate, maybe not relate to entirety, but they can see themselves in certain characters and like certain scenarios that they go through, you know? Because we kind of connect with these characters. Okay, this is definitely going to be a random spitball, but hey, go ahead. But what if the world introduced a new feature where if you don't have friends of yourself, your AI assistant can fill in as a party members? You know, let me reread that again. A new feature where if you don't have any friends yourself, an AI assistant can fill... I think... I mean, if we're talking like a new Dot Hack game, I think that would be a good idea. Like, it's kind of an extension of Fragment system where you can play offline and you'll have offline NPCs helping you out in place of party members. So I think it could work. I mean, if they went through and made a MMO version of the world, you know, like its own standalone thing. I mean, CyberConnect's 30th anniversary is right around the corner. So, yeah, wait a minute, is it 30th? I think it's like, their 30th anniversary is in February, I think? Which I really hope they announce something Dot Hack then. I think Sao Gun Gale did something like that. Yeah, I mean, they could probably just take some inspiration from that and then just kind of incorporate it into this theoretical Dot Hack game, you know? Yeah, I've never played Gun Gale, so I honestly didn't know that, to be quite honest. Ah, beans. Oh, there you go. What? Man, I am... You know, I go off my normal pathing once and I get confused. Boom. Boom. Alright, tea time. Poke, poke, poke. Hey, another tornado. We could always sell those. God, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Book of 1000 and what exactly it says for the amount of battles we have done. Ooh. Peaceful leading freedom. This is not a peaceful place. I played it though, the name might be different, but you can create your, not only your own character, but you can create your own AI assistant. Not only manages your home base, but in its function. Really now? But also as a party member. See, I like that. Like, give the player just a little more customization. And I think something like that will be very good for something like .hack. I mean, just imagine that your at-home grunty is not only your guild assistant, but also comes out with you on your adventures. You know, with their own unique class. What kind of leaves my other idea of what the MC would be. Social outcast is very bad communication with others, leading them to being bullied every single day. Well, here's the thing, Jay. We already have characters with that kind of background in a lot of ways. I mean, maybe not one for one what you're speaking, but we do have a lot of characters that are social outcasts in one way or another. Honestly, I would like to see an extroverted MC, you know? Maybe someone who, you know, gets along with people very well, but sometimes they could become maybe a little bit overbearing and they have to learn to maybe pull back a little bit and just understand, you know, just kind of like the inverse of Haseo, where Haseo is always pushing everyone away. What if this person is, you know, trying to get everyone together, but is struggling with that socially, you know? I think a lot of people could relate to that, you know? You know, just kind of subverts a little bit of what GU did. Just a little bit. And then through the course of this theoretical adventure, that MC would know, like, not just, you know, how people communicate. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think it would be a very interesting thing to see, just like a happy-go-lucky main protagonist, you know, and their entire thing is, like, understanding why they are so extroverted. Like maybe they've never had a actual friend, and so they just kind of act as, you know, super friendly in hopes that they could get one. Which could also lead to an AI assistant. Maybe the MC turns into it. Forgot it's exactly. See, that's kind of the idea I was having, because, you know, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of people without any friends out there. It is pretty sad. So, and I could see this main protagonist being that way. Like, they have no friends offline, so they try to make so many friends online, and either succeeding or not succeeding, depending on, like, how others perceive them. And then it is their struggle with their... I would say it could also be a story of identity, trying to find yourself in not just in a digital sense, but in a real sense, you know, like what is real and what is not. And then just kind of learning how to develop real relationships, you know, through this new digital age. And maybe the dangers of trusting AI, you know? Because let's be real, .hack is known for its rogue AIs. Like, so many rogue AIs in this series. Which would lead to a very interesting character dynamic between the MC and AI. Oh, absolutely. Like maybe... What if this AI was similar to the MC? Like, what if on the outside they were a player, kind of similar to Cell, how they're another player within the world, but they're actually an AI, and this, let's just say it's a female lead. Like, she falls in love with the AI, but because they're not real, I mean, it kind of creates this, like, dramatic effect to it. It's kind of like Her, you know, the movie Her, where, you know, a guy falls in love with AI, but in a role reversal sense, you know, where it's like, you know, the MC is in love with an AI in a video game, I think that would be kind of an interesting story to, you know, break down, you know? Because there's a lot of stories that you can do with that. And there's plenty of real, sadly, there's plenty of real world examples of people falling in love with AI. Boop, boop. Da da da, da 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 da. Boop. 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 Wait, you're serious? Yeah, I mean, sadly, there are people out there that fall in love with some of the strangest things. I don't remember the full context of this one person I'm thinking of, but there is this guy in Japan who, I think he either married a hologram or he married a anime character. I want to say it's Hatsume Miku, but, you know, or something. Like, I do remember it was just, like, some kind of anime girl that this guy fell in love with, like, actually fell in love with, and thinks he has a serious relationship with it. I'm baffled, but I'm totally not surprised. I mean, there's much weirder... Oh, absolutely. I can tell you I've seen some strange things. I've seen some strange relationships. Like, for example, I was watching, like, this show, like, years ago, and this woman fell in love with a Ferris wheel. I am not kidding. Someone fell in love with a Ferris wheel. Another function of Haseo Gun Gale is that you can romance anyone, even your AI. Make a girl, you can get the guys. Make a guy, you get the girls. Even the ones you know who are involved already. Interesting. So, you know, I kind of like that. You know, give the players the choice of like who they want to invest in and who they want to, like, have any sort of, you know, connection with, you know, with their own avatar. I think there are a few games that have done similar, so I'm not saying I'm surprised, but it does sound like a good feature. I hope that, like, there's something like that for a new dot hack series, you know, because we sort of got a friendship mechanic, and well, not just in, you know, the entire series, you know, with the affinity systems, but like, what if like one NPC, you know, has a connection with another NPC, and you continue to have those dialogues between the two of them. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Oh, yes, I'm going to take a sip here in a second. Here we go, I got some tea. Is it true what they say that reality is more weird than fiction? Where the fiction you understand what's going on, what's going to happen, because you expect it to not make sense. Yeah. Like, when it comes to stories, it is a reflection of reality, you know? Maybe not a one-for-one reflection, but there are plenty of strange examples out there. Yeah, it's just like, you gotta wonder, like, how do these things happen? Like, some people, like, they're just trying to fill a void within themselves, you know? Like, maybe they can't connect with people for one reason or another due to, like, some kind of, like, wiring in their brain, or perhaps, like, they just feel, like, ostracized, or maybe even, just kind of, like, separated from people, you know, like, it does happen, sadly, that there's a lot of lonely people out there. And that is why we always have to spread, you know, good vibes and good, you know, joy, cooperation, as Soler of Astora would say. Hey, another healing potion. We do like those. Whoa, 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 whoa. My urge to put Evangelion reference here is strong. Yes. Man, I really need to watch that show. I've heard so many good things about it. I just never got around to watching it. I've seen clips of it here and there. But, you know, I know it's like one that people reference a lot. Goblins. Ooh, 2 for 1. Nice. Woo! Alright, we're 228 right now. We're about a 5th of the way there. We're doing great. We're doing fantastic. You know what would make .hack incredibly broken? If the epitaphs were stands. What do you mean, McCoy? They are stands, don't you know? I mean, they're otherworldly entities that assist the antagonist and protagonist in very epic clashes by giving them unique abilities that they can do. Yes, everything is a JoJo reference. Yes, everything has to be a JoJo reference. Because what can I say? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a good show. It's a very good show. You know, you can't forget about Dio. Kono Dioda. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh man, we're filled up on fairy orbs. Whoa, 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 whoa. To be honest, I did do a little bit of studying on avatar designs for my other series that I'm making. Yeah, I would say, yeah, get those references in. Because avatars are just so cool, man. Like, just being able to conjure, like, these like digital entities to fight as, you know, makes me wish that someone created a mod where you could play as the other epitaphs. Yet I've also yet to see Haseo do the Joestar's secret family technique. Maybe one day, like if they ever release this game as a remake, maybe they will make a reference to it. Who knows? Honestly, though, I don't think I would want to see them remake GU because the stick game still holds up today. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of jank here and there, but, you know, it is still very much playable. Run away! Run away! These goblins will never be able to run away. I shall steal all of their experience until we get to the fated level 50. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Running this way. That's the technique. Yep, that's the technique. That is the best way to get all of the experience. Is just to run away. You just gotta run with it. You know. You just gotta go. You gotta run. 255 experience. We are a 4th of the way there. Isn't that just great? Alright, we got another death. Whoa, 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 whoa. If they ever decide to actually make a true definitive edition of .hack GU, I hope they have a DOC Sasuke outfit for Haseo. It better come with your door. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool as reference to Yori Lowenthal. And boy, we can find a Fist of the North Star reference. Let's see. This is the North Star. Like, who... I'm sure they made reference to it in some small way. I'm trying to think, yeah. I'm not entirely too sure. I can't really think of any. Oh yeah, you forgot this is the North Star with the inspiration for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Honestly, I could definitely see it. I definitely see the inspiration from North Star. Man, that's another series I need to rewatch. It's been so long since I've seen Fist of the North Star. Poke. Alright, we're getting there. We are surely getting there. Triad is not going to know what hit him once we hit level 50. And here's the thing. This version of GU has cheat mode, where you automatically become level 50. I say nay. We back in my day, we did level grinding to get to level 50, and gosh dang it, we are continuing to level grind. You know, show these cheat mode players how it's really done. Spending 50 plus hours trying to get to level 50. I honestly hope that the Book 1000 cannot handle the amount of battles that we have done. If you're talking about Haseo getting a Sasuke skin, how about a Yadagan Sabusa skin? Ooh, yes. Or maybe Liam O'Brien, maybe he should get like some kind of a, like Mighty 9 or, like a Mighty 9 or a Critical Role skin, you know? You know, one of his characters, you know, replace Entrance with one of Liam O'Brien's characters. Or, let's see, who else? Yeah, same with Sam Riegel, you know. Let's see, like, who would Syllabus replace, you know, for a potential skin? Now that I think about it. It'd be kind of weird to see Scanlan, you know, Sam Riegel's character replace Syllabus. Kind of a total opposite of what Syllabus actually is. Let's see, what else? Trying to think. Johnny on Bosch? Yeah, I mean, Kun. Yeah, I was about to say. I was going to say give Kun a Ichigo skin. I was thinking the same thing, McCoy. I wonder. Yeah, great minds do think alike. I am quite curious about something. If we skip out on these 4 battles here and just kind of get these 2 battles. Every time I hear Kun, I see it's Funny Cabbage Band from Persona 4. Honestly, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Boom. Boom. Now I got to be thinking. So there's 4 battles here, so that's 12 experience. I gotta do some maths in my head real quick. I think I might have found like a slightly faster route if I just ignore most of the enemies here and just kind of go in a straight line. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So around about 30 seconds. You know, between... I think I got an idea as to what I am going to do, but I want to test something out real quick. So where is my timer? Here it is. Oh, if I stop running into the wall. So I'm going to have a stopwatch here. I'm going to time how long it takes for us to get certain experience in certain routes. Because we could get about 16 experience. As soon as we get control of Haseo, we'll start the timer. There we go. Boop. Boop. So far we're about 20 seconds into this dungeon route. And we have 6 seconds. Oh no, 6 experience. No, 3 experience. Very, very curious. My brain's racking here. I don't know if this would actually be faster, but it'd be worth trying. Alright, so far we're about 1 minute and 15 seconds into this dungeon run. So, the way I'm thinking now, depending on how long it takes for a dungeon run, we might want to try a shorter path with less experience, but it might save us overall time because we're not backtracking. Maybe. So far we're about 1 minute and... Alright, so that is... So 18 experience. So 18... So that is 2 minutes. So around about 2 minutes and per. Imagine if someone's speed level grinding. Oh, good luck with that. Alright, here we go. We're gonna try this route now. So 2 minutes to get 18 experience. Let's see if this routing is better. So we can get 6 experience per... 6 experience per dungeon route if we do it this way. We're already 30 seconds in, and this is already seeming like it's going... Yeah, this is actually a slower route. Yeah. About 50 seconds out of the 2 minutes was just spent. Okay, maybe not. I thought it would be faster, but I guess my thoughts are, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Whenever Fears the Third shows up, I hear Lupin the Third playing in my theme playing in my head. Da 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 da. Ta-da! It's Fears the Third! Da 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 da. Honestly, it was so much fun playing as Fears. Hey, Bee-Boo! How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're just talking a little bit about Dot Hack. We're doing a little bit of level grinding. It's good to see ya. Hello. Hope you're having a fantastic. I hope you're feeling better. Well, I finally found a good beginning for Strangers of Another World, my Octopath-inspired video game, at least writing-wise. Yeah, awesome. You know, now here's the thing when it comes to writing, DOJ. Don't be afraid to do some revisions. You know, look over it, you know, make sure everything is spelled correctly. Also, make sure that, you know, like some ideas, you know, work. And if it doesn't sound right initially, like, put it as a side note. You might be able to put that in a different section of the story, you know? Unfortunately, I am not, but I gotta do baking today. Really? You got to bake. We do like food. Did you bring enough food for everyone here? That's the important question. Hope everyone is doing well. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. It is quite a day. It is quite a relaxing day, I would say. You know, just doing a little bit of level grinding. I gotta take that out of my ear. My ear's starting to hurt me a bit. I made it. Yeah, I made enough for you. You hear that, everyone? Bee-Boo has food for us all. Thank you, Bee-Boo. You're so wonderful. We appreciate you. Now we'll say a very generic, it's just a protagonist being late for school, but the second he opens the door to his room, he is teleported around. just a random temple. Oh man, I'm late for school. I hope nothing otherworldly happens. Oh shit, I'm in a different dimension. Oh, that'll be a title for anime. I was late for school and instead of arriving in class, I arrived in a different dimension. Oh boy. Anime. Boop. Boop. Are we... It's giving... Is that the Grim Reaper? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Or do a Dave Chappelle. Start your joke at the end, knowing the punchline. Now work backwards and how you get into it. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the same thing too, you know? You know, just, you can work backwards, you can work forward, you can even start in the middle and just kind of work your way around it. You know, you just need a idea, then you branch off that idea with other ideas, and then it's kind of like roots of a tree. You know, it's gotta start somewhere until it sprouts into a whole web of a foundation of your story. He done. We do like tea. We love tea around here. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I kind of think back to me doing 2 levels per stream, and I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it for so many streams. Even just going back to this now, like, I gotta get used to this. I've got a goal to set. I got to accomplish. What are the main premise of the story is that all worlds that our 8 travelers come from, one being Steampunk era, Western era, Sci-Fi era, Final World, are the dominant race. You know, your story kind of reminds me of, I can't remember what it was called. Something Alive. Live Alive, or Alive Live, something like that. It was a SNES game, I believe, where, like, the 8, like, maybe it wasn't 8, it was like a handful of people, like maybe 6 or 7. Like, these people from different eras had their individual story. How to prevent the world from merging so that it won't collapse into each other. I think that would make a pretty good premise. But, you know, I think maybe, I don't know how the tonal clash would be, though. You pull in all these people from different walks of life. I would say you're going to have to play around with the idea. You know, because you don't want to, you know, cause too much confusion, you know, amidst, like the tone and kind of like the theme and everything. I mean, good idea. It is a good idea. I just don't know how it would work per se. Excuse me. Here I go. Just think of it like certain buildings in the world being in the wrong place. Where some rooms are completely different than actual building structure. You know, I think I have a game that you might be able to take inspiration in. That, like, from what you were telling me, it kind of sounds similar to what Dragon Ball Fusions did, where, like, all these different areas and characters from the different eras of Dragon Ball just kind of end up in a location to fight in, like, some kind of, like, massive tournament that they need to prep for. So, look up Dragon Ball Fusions, and maybe get an, like, a sort of inspiration of how they did their level designs and kind of, like, environmental design, because it's very similar to what you're saying there. Maybe you might want to, maybe it'll give you some ideas of what you do for your story, you know? Because there are different biomes, different time eras, sort of, kind of. Like, all these characters from different eras come together for, like, one common goal. I think you'd like it. Dragon Ball Fusions. Man, you know, if only I had a 3DS cable to plug into my computer, I can play some of my 3DS games for you guys. La 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 la. Man, these goblins are so loud. Keep it down over here. I'm trying to level grind. Man, goblins. Why do goblins gotta be goblins? I don't know. Why do goblins be goblin? Yeah, I'm still living on it. I might need to get a body armor or something. Boop. Boop and a boop. 405. And ads will be playing here in about a minute 30 seconds, so let's try to get through this next dungeon, or at least get half of it done before the next one appears. 108 experience. I mean, we're definitely making some good time with these level grinding dungeons. Alright, let's get through this enemy and then we're gonna go on break. Alright, guys. So, go ahead and get yourself a snack and a nice low drink, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back with more .hack G here, level grinding. Hello, Lord of Spectating. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome, welcome. Yes, this is in fact the World War II, as it's called. You know, or just the World War II. Not World War II, but the World War II. You know, the second revision, number 2. 2 with an R in front of it. It is in fact the second revision of the world. I hope you have a fantastic night. Welcome, welcome. I know that each of, let's see, 2 of each for the, at least 3 words, sci-fi, western, steampunk. The biggest odd one that comes to its modern world comes from the elf world. Ooh, we do like elves. Yes, elves are wonderful. We do like elves and the worlds that they come from. Let's go ahead and get ourselves. We're almost halfway to level 33. For whatever reason, I thought it was 34, but it's actually 33 we're going after. I am terrible at remembering what levels we were at. For the next stream, I'll be like, you know what? I lost count. I lost count. It's a number. We've been fighting so many swords and so many goblins. Ooh. Da 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 da. Dun da dun da da dun da dun. Dun da da dun. Boo wee 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 ya. Doody doody doody. Oh. Goblin, goblin. Actually, I'm thinking of a different route. What if we do this? Save a little bit of time going after the goblins by just going in a more optimized route. Boom. And there goes the camera. Boop. And then that way we could get the goblins on the way out. Actually, I think I like this route better. It might actually save us a little bit of time. Not much, but it will make sure that, you know, it doesn't really save too much time, but at the very least, it might save us a little bit more. I actually might have to make us. Might need to do the stopwatch again, just so that way I can test this out. Oh no, I don't want to report. What am I doing? Oh. 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 Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, where's the stopwatch? Where's the stopwatch? Stopwatch is right there. Okay. So we're gonna try this slightly more optimized route. So it took us a little over 2 minutes to get through a dungeon crawl. I know for the ones that come from Western, the more geared towards long range. The one from the modern world could become a defender, and now here's where it gets a little bit weird for sci-fi. Oh, we do like weird. We do like the weird stuff, you know, when it comes to the sci-fi. Is there going to be aliens? Is there going to be a Jason Voorhees? In space! Okay. Alright. So we're gonna save the enemies on the left world on the way out. And then... Alright, here we go. We'll go through this way. There we go. Thank you, camera. You're great. You're awesome. You're good. You're awesome. I'll do this. Ah, beans. and save these enemies for the way out. There you go. It'll give us a little bit of extra push. Instead of just having to, you know, walk all the way back and just kind of go diagonal with things, just do this. Alright, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's not too bad for here. We just gotta be 2 minutes. Actually, it might be the same time. Actually, no, it's a little over. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's... Oh, wait, is that Hanako? No, I thought that was Hanako. Oh, wait, Hanako's over there. Hanako, I need your books. Give me the book. I need to give you the death. There you go. There we go. Better to get all the books now for later. One of them has high-tech power suit that gives them the ability to switch between 3 weapons. That sounds familiar. Switching multiple weapons on the fly. Beam sword, dual guns, knuckle busters. As long as he has the battery, if he runs out of it, he would have to start to overheat. Leading him to having slow movement and leading him to have burn damage. Honestly, that sounds pretty cool. Like a mecha suit that can switch through the weapons, and there's kind of like a risk and reward system with this. I kinda like it. I really do. It sounds really interesting. I'm trying to think of a name that you could give this suit. What kind of thing? I mean, potential names we can give this suit. I was planning on calling it the Pegasus system. Really? I'm curious. What? I'm curious. Is there any inspiration for calling it the Pegasus system? Like, is it like, are you basing it off of something in particular, or you just find it's a cool name? Either way, that is a cool name for a power suit, the Pegasus. Or you could call it the Icarus. Actually, you know what? The Icarus system sounds a little bit better, because think of it this way. Icarus, in the original story, flew too high to the sun and overheated, causing the glue. Yeah, that is a better idea. Yeah, exactly. The Icarus system, like, if you extend too much, you overheat, and you start to lose your momentum. Ooh. Ooh, I think we got something going on there, Jay. I think we got a good idea there. Goblins! Too many goblins. I hate them. So many goblins. So little time. I do not know what else I should rhyme. Oh. If only I had the great sword. If only I had it. The second one I was planning on having as a standard mage. Let's see. Standard mage banana started to think about about it. She sends out drones to give you different buffs. Let's see. Okay, I think I can come up with a name for this. I got an idea in mind. Having a standard mage. Banana started to think about it a little bit, and if she sent out drones that give you different buffs. How about the name for this suit be called the Monarch? You know, I'm thinking, when I think of, you know, what you described, but I'm thinking worker bees. Like, you got the queen, you know, and you got the bees that support her, you know, doing the jobs and, you know, helping out. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, queen bee or something to that effect. That is in. I'm trying to think. Names. Send out drones to give you different buffs. The Monarch system doesn't sound half bad. It is good to know that I have someone to bounce my ideas on. Oh, absolutely. It only takes, like, one single idea to, like, bounce off of to create something unique, you know? And it's good to get those ideas out there. And think of it this way. Like, when you become rich and famous with this story you have written, you can look back at this and saying, this is where I got my inspiration from. The small streamer that has inspired me to create. You gotta think of the little guys when you become famous, Jay. Oh. Come on, goblins. If I only had a great sword, I can slash these goblins with a single hit. Da 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 da. I do not know what's going on or why I'm singing this song. Something, something, something. Da 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 da. Man, I got Wizard of Oz stuck in my head for some reason. Don't know why, but it's been a long while since I've seen that movie. Hey, a tornado. We can always sell those or trade them off. Excuse me. So we're a little over halfway to level 33. The elf, believe it or not, is also a mage, which is funny because this world magic is not even, it's not even allowed to be used because his word magic is considered rebellion. So maybe magic swordsman. Trying to think. I'm trying to think of a name for that. It's Yicking Time would be a cool battle line. No. No, Titan. You tried, but no, no. For names of a magic swordsman, let me see. How about, let's see, a forbidden magic user / swordsman. I'm trying to think. I've got some names flowing through my mind right now, but I just can't think of a... Because the first thing that comes to mind is a taboo spell sword. You know what I mean? Like, they're using forbidden magic, so it would be considered taboo to be casted, right? A taboo spell sword. I don't know if that sounds as good as the other ones, but something with that says this is forbidden magic. Because you can't really use Eldritch Knight because that's D&D stuff, but... Because that's kind of how I think. Like, about that swordsman. Forbidden Menacer. To be honest, I'm just spitballing. Okay, I'm thinking. I don't think Forbidden Menacer is like rolls off the tongue all that well. How about, so they are a swordsman and they cast magic, which is considered forbidden. How about God, man. Okay, this one is hard. This name is a little bit hard to get through because how about hey Jade, how's it going? Yeah, it's still happening. As you can see from the time, we're 52 hours into this challenge. We have 18,000 more experience to go. It is still going on. Yep. I mean, hey, we're a little over halfway done. I'm not complaining. But it is still a long grind. Like, I figured we got about 18 streams left of this. Like, if I, like, take my time. So, each enemy right now is only giving 1 experience. So, 3 experience per battle. So, we're getting 3 experience per battle. About 18 experience per dungeon run. And each dungeon run takes about 2 minutes to go through. Yep, it is. You have more patience than I do. I would have ended it by now. To tell you the truth, I'm not even sure how I did it in the first place. At first, it was easy. Because going from levels 1 to 10, yeah, you're going to get less and less experience, but you got a lot of experience. Like, if you're like this is a level 3 area, so being level 3 and, you know, defeating these enemies, they will give you 300 experience. Level 4, they'll give you 150, and so on and so forth. Now, since we're level 32, I would have slowly dropped this and pretended like it never happened. Well, I am determined to get this done, mostly because I think it would be a nice thing to have as part of my accomplishments of being a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer. Like, I went through all this effort to get some kind of recognition. If you don't get some kind of recognition or reward for this because it's similar to torture... Oh yeah, like, this is a grind. This is pretty tedious, and this is, like, the more optimized routes that I have. But I'm hoping with this, like, we get... at least I have some kind of recognition to help with the dot hack community and the goal that I have for the channel. Just kind of like getting, like, some kind of word about dot hack out there. Just imagine... Dot hack YouTuber spends 100 hours in the first dungeon trying to get to level 50. And here's the thing, Jade. Once I'm done with this, if people want to see me go through the 2nd and 3rd volume, that's another 50 to 100 levels. But it's a little bit easier then. It's a little bit easier with those because we have speed charms. We have ways of getting around much faster. So it'll probably take half the time, but still. This could be a tactic to get enemies to tell their secrets. That's oh, hang on. Whoa, let me see. Oh, I didn't read your last message, Jay. But I'm a little stuck with what I'm going to do with the steampunk. I was just planning to make their system about gun blades and would kind of push it a little bit farther. Oh, I almost went the wrong way. I was like, yeah, go ahead and push it a little bit further. You know, be at it. You go for it. Oh no, don't. Oh my god. Look, I'm just saying, Jade, I'm just saying, if people want me to do, like, volumes 2 and 3, then I'll have to really think about that. Again, it will take half the time that I'm doing now because, again, we'll pretty much double our speed, and we have more ways of attacking outside of just using our Twin Blade. My greatest accomplishment for .hack was completing Volume 1 on level 21. Really now? Now that is an accomplishment. Okay, guys. 20 gifted sub, or we ain't doing it. You know what? That we'll probably set that for the goal. You know, I'll probably set the goal, like the sub goal for that. Like 20 gifted subs total. Not all at once, but total. And we'll do volumes 2 and 3, or at least 2. You know, we'll see. Because I'm hoping, because we're already at almost 700 subscribers on YouTube, which is great. I need to actually set a Twitch goal, you know, for this. No, Rons, don't shoot yourself in the foot. You know, yes, yeah, yep, you know what, you got a point there. Yeah, 20 gifted subs, I'll do volumes 2, and then, like, another 20 afterward will be volume 3. Also, streams made for good chat sessions. Yes, it does. So this is kind of like a just chatting section, as well as a grind session. And honestly, it's because of you guys that I'm not bored out of my mind. I remember when I first started this, hardly anyone showed up because I was a little bit smaller than, and there was not many people here. But now you guys are here, you know, jumping in, saying hello, all that good stuff. Yeah, to be honest, I thought I completed it at 25 until double check and saw 21. I had to screenshot it, LOL. Honestly, I don't know how you did it, because I had to be level 40 to even come close to finishing volume 1. It is good for just chatting, but Godspeed, yes, thank you. Like I said, if I do like a level at a time, that's 18 streams. Like maybe 15 if I really want to make the last few levels kind of like a event. Like the last 2 or 3 levels, like one big stream, you know, from levels like say 48 to 50 as one big celebration stream for completing it. I think that'll be a good thing to do. So we are coming close to the end. I mean, yeah, we're a little over halfway done, and it will take a lot of time, but I'm guessing we'll probably hit the 100-hour mark, you know, after, you know, completing this challenge. I don't remember how I did it either, especially with the tournament. Oh yeah, like, I remember struggling with the tournament fights when I was doing the AI companion only challenge, because enemies do so much damage. I did it back in 2023 as a challenge. I think what might have helped you out a little bit, you know, is that maybe, I don't know how many continues you did for each battle, but if you get a game over and you continue, you get boosted stats. Like more defense, more attack, HP, SP, that sort of thing for that battle. You know, just so that way, you know, you're not kind of stuck at a particular section. So that might have been how you're able to do it, but it is still a accomplishment. It is still a great accomplishment to complete, you know, a .hack game at such a low level. The amount of fun I had with these streams of just this bouncing up ideas with each other. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, or random media talks. Exactly. You know, just kind of like enjoying ourselves, you know, just like, this is one of the few streams where I could just turn off my brain, talk to you guys, and just kind of relax a little bit. As funny as it sounds, because all I'm doing is just slaying goblins and, you know, breaking swords, whereas, you know, it's just like, this is good. This is, I mean, it keeps the mind active. Excuse me. It keeps the mind active, and it gives us a goal that we can set for ourselves. Because I know I've talked about this plenty of times on these streams, but if we get to level 50 with this challenge, and we complete it, I think this is going to be good for the community. Like, I don't know if it's gonna, like, ever be newsworthy, you know, I'm not gonna say it will be, but I think this will be a good, like word spreader, you know, like, oh, this guy spent 100 hours in the first dungeon, you know, getting through this game, you know. And other people have done this type of challenge before in other games. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy VII, but I don't think anyone has ever done it for .hack GU, mostly because of this reason. Enemies don't respawn, it is just, you know, you go through the dungeon once, you know, fight the enemies, then you have to reload in the dungeon in order to get through it. And then, like, a lot of time goes into it. I mean, at least with Kingdom Hearts, there's a way for you to increase your experience. And in Final Fantasy VII, yeah, you are fighting the same enemies over and over, but it is a random encounter for that. You're staying in one location, while at the same time... Oh, okay, I thought it was an echo. You kind of like staying in one location while you are doing your level grinding. Whereas this... Trust me, Claude, I've seen someone getting up to level 100 the first dungeon Persona 4. Oh yeah, like, it is a challenge. Like, it is... Like, these sort of things... Like, kudos to the people that can do this, and I honestly want to be one of the few people that actually has done this challenge. I mean, sure, someone might be able to do it faster later on if someone were to do this type of thing again, but... I don't know. I like the idea of being the first to do this challenge. Because I think it would be a good thing to celebrate with you guys, you know? Like this massive accomplishment, this momentous occasion. Alright, we got about 620 experience? We're 615. Okay, we're a little over halfway now. Boop. And the best part about all of this is that most of the grinding streams have been saved to YouTube. So if by chance you want to go back and just see the previous conversations and like what we've talked about, you can do that. Now, I probably honestly wouldn't recommend it unless you have 52 hours to spend and just listening to my random speech bubbles or ranting, but honestly, it is proof that we have actually done it, you know? I mean, we could safely say that we have done it, and we could show people, hey, here are all the streams that we managed to save of us doing this challenge, you know? And so, that's why I think Jade's got the right idea about me doing a sub-goal for Volume 2. Like, once we get closer to, like, the end of it, like, maybe, like, once we hit level 40 or so, you know, we'll try to do, like, a sub-goal or something. Or, no, subscriber goal for YouTube or a sub-goal, like, subscription, you know, type of thing for Twitch. You know, either on, we'll see. I'll see how the community feels about it, but I think Volume 2 would be easier, and that's kind of why I'm getting the books, beginner's books and texts, just in case we do end up doing Volumes 2 and 3. Because while we would be able to get our level, like, skill level high enough, I just don't think it would be enough naturally to be able to get these skills with the massive area of effect, you know, damage. Because right now, Haseo's skills have a short range. They could hit multiple enemies, but they really need to be close in order for that to happen. I'm just trying to think, like, what not Twin Blade, like, what's it called? Edge Punisher skill has a, like, wide-reaching area. Definitely not Twin Moons, definitely not Tiger Blades. Maybe Armor Pierce, if I'm recalling, is a sweeping attack. Now it got me thinking. So, actually, I don't know how this would work, because I did say that if we did Volume 2, we're allowed a 1-level grace period, because, you know, going from level 51 to 50-51, you know, so that way we can get things set up for it, you know? Because in this game, we don't start at level 0, we start at level 1. So it kind of makes sense that we would start the next game starting at level 51, you know? And by the time we actually did start Volume 2. I hope that we do end up getting the Terror of Death form, or the third form, so that way we can use the Scythe. I think the Scythe would make grinding just a tad bit easier because it is a wide area attack. Wicked Strike is, I should say. Ooh. Not to mention, I'm trying to think. Because damage-wise, we're not worried about damage, you know. Golden Alpacas win? I don't know, Titan. I don't know. I honestly don't know, pal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boop. 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 When we're doing good, we're doing fine, we're doing dandy. Oh. Do. Poke. Poke. There we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Get rid of these goblin brokies. Alright, here we go. I'm going to drink a little bit more body armor. You know, I've recently been, recently found some enjoyment out of getting body armor, orange mango. Actually, tastes really good. Don't know why I never got it before. For whatever reason, like I've been really wanting like mango flavored things as of late. Da da dun. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Da da. Da 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 dun. Da 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 dun. Da 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 da. Woo 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 woo. Alright. No Hanako or Corporiano. Not cursed in-laws. We do not want the cursed in-laws. We want the peaceful leading freedom. How many battles do you think we have fought so far, guys? Any mathematicians in the chat right now? Anyone good with numbers? Because make a guesstimate at how many battles that you have, that you think we have done throughout this challenge, or will be at the end of this challenge. Oh, oof, 666, huh? We gotta change that. We gotta change it. Unlucky number. Boop. And boop. 669. There we go. A lot better. A lot better of a number. Six, 7, 2. So as of right now, we need about 18,000 experience, which is not a whole lot. Honestly, it's definitely a lot better than than prior. I mean, it is still a lot of experience, but around 18 streams if we're doing it single level streams. But I think what I'm going to do is like for the last 2 or 3 levels, we'll end up doing like one big stream again. You know, just to kind of like one last push to complete this challenge. Scale. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was them. Alright. Here we go. Wee. Poor gobos. Never knew what hit them. And you know, it's funny because I have a wind augment that has a chance of doing extra damage, but I didn't realize that they had a chance to hit twice. Like, you got the normal attack, and then you have the chance for a additional damage, you know, come on. Yeah, like that. Where it kind of just deals a little extra damage. Like, I think it's like a 15% extra damage boost. Which, if the game wasn't so easy, maybe it would be very helpful to learn. It is kind of a disappointment that the elements don't really get used a lot in this game. Like, in the last game, elements were really important. Like, you needed to get the right element for, like, certain enemies or certain matchups. Whereas here, they're just kind of there. Doesn't really contribute to much. Outside is maybe a little bit extra resistance to something. I don't know, because they're just like these small mechanics that could have been really helpful if the game wasn't already too easy, you know? Like maybe maybe other examples like poison. Like the poison condition only deals, I think, like maybe 1 HP per tick. Maybe two, but I know it's like single digits. And when you're at higher levels, yeah, it's very minuscule that it actually does much of anything. Same with Curse. Like Curse is probably more. It's a lot better for status element because it reduces SP, which can help for the arena. I have seen it help, like Curse help in my AI companion only challenge like years and years ago. That, like, once the curse would drain the SP, like, they didn't really have too many options outside of basic attack until they recovered SP enough to actually get it. I might want to go back to that challenge maybe after this. Like, go back and doing the AI only, not AI only, but AI companion challenge again. Just to see how that would fare. I think I might still have the file here on the computer. Or not the file. Yeah, the save file. Yep. I think I still have that save file here. Might have to give it a go. I'll see how everyone feels about revitalizing that challenge, because I've got a video that is going to be uploaded tomorrow. That is the .hack and D&D Oban video, which I did keep that promise. Like, I think it was like a month or two ago, I said if we reached 600 subscribers on YouTube that I would turn the Oban video into a full video instead of a short. Well, congratulations, I ended up making the video. It's going to be released tomorrow, and I think it is about like 16 or 17 minutes. So much longer than I anticipated. I thought it was only going to be like maybe definitely not 5 minutes, but like at least 10 minutes long. But no. You guys get a full-length 17-minute video from yours truly making a D&D build with .hack characters. And that's going to be released 6:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And then after that video gets uploaded and after some time has passed, I'll put a poll to see what you guys want to see next for the channel. Because our goal right now is to get to 750 by the end of the year, which I am confident, considering how many of you guys have shown up for the streams and... excuse me. Very professional. Considering how many of you all have subscribed and like showed up for the streams over the last like couple of months, it is very awesome to see. Like just all of the support that you guys have given me. It's real crazy, and I'm confident that we will be able to reach the goal of 750. Like, probably... I'm guessing, like, if all goes well, maybe start in November, maybe end of November, is when we'll reach 750. Boom. Bloop. Bloop. Dee-dee-doo. Dee-dee-doo. Da, 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 da. We're running all around, all over the place. Here's a sword right to your face. Boop, boop. Da, da, da. Goblin. Oh no, the goblin took 2 damage. Well, I mean, forget about the 9999. No, that 2 damage is just too much for these goblins. I'm hearing a lot of goblins. Oh, but these are swords. These are swords. They're not goblins. The zombazels. Da da da. And then more goblins. More goblins. So many goblins. Goblin Slayer has got nothing on me. I have slain more goblins within the last 52 hours of doing this challenge. But it is impossible to count unless, you know, GU is actually counting each and every one of these, which they are with the Book of 1000s, but we don't have that active yet, so I don't know how many encounters we've actually done. I know at this point, like, if this were Volume 3, we would have had level 9 in battle already. Like, considering that, like, the beginning of this challenge, I think I might still have, like, 1 or 2 of the first 10 levels, kind of, like, already, like, downloaded onto my computer. I remember getting the achievement for, 100 and 500 battles, respectively, and that was kind of, like, after 5 or 6 streams in, so, you know, okay, no one's there. Here I thought Hanako was there. So many goblins, so little time. Alright, we're almost at 800. We are almost at 800 experience. Here's all the goblins. Goblin, goblin, goblin. I do not know what's going on. I do not know what to say. Hey, a tornado! We could always sell those. Yeah, we have sold or traded so many stacks of 99 of so many of these items. Like, we... Yeah, we... How much money we got? We got 10,000 GP. 10,000 GP just from doing this. And I think we actually did sell some things like early on, but like most of the GP that we got was just from these goblins. Like, it's crazy how much money that we're getting, and we can't really use them all too much because we got nothing to add for it. Now, I do have like the Amber Eye equipment on that is supposed to give 10% more experience, but what's 10% of 1? I mean, it's just 1. Yeah, you can't get any more than 1, sadly. I would have loved if the Amber Eye would just give you kind of like a, you know, just kind of get maybe 1 more extra experience. You know, maybe just 1 more, but yeah. What can we do? Alright, nope. Yay! Whew. Whew. Oh boy. Having 1 experience is like having 1 penny. Yeah, it is definitely like having 1 penny. Here's a penny. Hey, every penny adds up to $1, and every dollar adds up to $100. And every $100 adds up to 1,000. Every 1,000 ends up adding to every 10,000, which means that we can get a couple of 10,000s to end up turning into 100,000, and then 100,000 into 1,000,000. So we're actually millionaires. I think that's how that works, right? You know? A quadrillion pennies equal $1 million? You know? Something like that. True, yes. It is true. I do try to speak truths. I am the Yata of the dot hack community. No. No. I actually think that dot hack network is the Yata of the dot hack community with all of the knowledge that he possesses about the series. If anything, I like to think I'm the guest bard of the dot hack community. I'm here to have a good time. You know, I'm here to, you know, entertain you guys. You know, to give you some good experience as we go through the world. You know, I do try my best. And I will do my best to be the best, like nowhere ever was. No, wait, that's Pokemon. Stay at me. No, I'm very professional. Almost 800 experience. Almost. But it would be cool if they were like, we had kind of got like an alternate timeline where Haseo was Tri-Edge. I highly doubt it would happen, but it's a fun idea. So if Haseo was Tri-Edge. So again, spoiler alert for those who haven't played Dot Hack GU. I mean, sure you're here. Why not? So you're saying that if Haseo was Tri-Edge, meaning that he was the one that PK'd Shino, and is, you know, going through all that stuff. Honestly, that would be kind of twisted. Like, he accidentally PKs Shino, and then she goes into a coma. Oh god, that would just be sad. That'd just be really sad. And then Ovan's like, Seo, why? And then Ovan is the new protagonist of GU. Boom. Boop. Excuse me, folks. Didn't mean to yawn. Alright, goblins. I need all your experience. Give me your energy. Hey, 777! How lucky! Triple sevens. Give me a lucky combat result. That's not lucky, it's just 3 GP, but you know what? Whatever. It's whatever. Da, 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 da. Dun 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 dun. Okay, Goblin 2, Goblin 3. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I'll tell you what, friends, it has been a long week. You know, a very, very long week. Because, you know, work gets tiring. You know, you got all these obligations that you got to be doing, that you got to take care of before you can relax. I have been playing a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain, especially with the No Deep of the Night mode. The new hard mode is actually hard, and I'm actually struggling with it. Kind of pulling my hair out a little bit, but you know what? That's the fun of it. But yeah, that would be depressing. Haseo constantly talking about how it's his own fault and the only way he can feel his is listening to. Yes. Oh my goodness. That actually probably would make a good what if scenario. You know. What if the Tri-Edge Ida ended up finding Haseo instead of Oban? Oh man. Ooh. Now you got. Jay, that's actually you got me inspired. I think I might we'll see what the community thinks, but I think I got a video idea in mind, you know? a sort of what if scenario. You know, like dot hack what if. It probably will be a short series. Like it won't be a long video. But maybe I could probably turn it like into a semi-abridged, you know, what if story. Like using clips from dot hack roots to tell this what if story. Interesting. Ooh. It'll be kind of like a reflection what happened in Sign, where Haseo, or Sora in that case, was possessed and turned into Skaith. And with Ida, it's kind of the same thing, whereas, you know, Ida is like filling the role of Morgana, and you know, Haseo still has Skaith. So I think that would make an interesting parallel. Actually, might go along with it because I've also had other ideas in mind for what I wanted to do. Also, would be interesting if Ida was pretending to be Shino trapped in the world. Ooh, and just kind of like manipulating Shino, or not Shino, Haseo. Just be like, okay, Haseo, in order for you to help me out, you need to do this, this, and this, and then it's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing, almost. Ooh. That would make a good, interesting what if. I think I actually might make a mini-series of a what if dot hack story, you know? Because what I could do is I could get I could always get the images from dot hack Link and just kind of have it be presented in a very similar manner that Link did. I'm slowly starting to realize that I'm a concept guy. You know what? There's nothing wrong with concept, because everything starts with an idea. Like, it just takes a small idea to turn it into a big one, you know? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being the concept guy, because you are the one that brings it to life. You're the one that brings the inspiration to the forefront. And that's something to be, you know, like, proud of. Like, hey, you brought this idea to life, and it's now being fleshed out. Oh, goblins, I got less than two, or not less than two, I got 2 minutes and 30 seconds before the next set of ads. Give me your experience. And also, we're getting I don't know how, but we're getting a little bit more experience than what we normally would, because there have been times where we had maybe sub 800 before going on the ad break. But now we got a little bit over 800. I don't know what we're doing differently this time around. And this is while we were stopping to trade books with Hanako too. Like, if we did not trade with Hanako, I'm sure that we would have had maybe a little bit more experience. It's so weird. Boom. Didn't. Alright, let's go. I can already imagine how Haseo would look with a third arm. Let's see. Or maybe he could resemble... maybe resemble his avatar, along with have his face resembling Skaith. Or his avatar. I would imagine, like, the Triage Ida would still be the same for Haseo, but it would mimic Skaith's scythe. Instead of just having kind of like this 3-pronged blade, it would probably make a replica of Skaith's scythe, almost. And maybe is bringing it to a pseudo-physical form. I say pseudo physical because it's, you know, digital avatar and whatnot. But ooh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. See, the only problem I'm seeing with the Haseo... Oh. I forgot that. I almost forgot about the ads. Okay, guys. We're going to take a little bit of an ad break, you know. We'll be right back after these messages. we're back for more .hack GU. Let us continue. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. I think a much bigger question is how he would interact with other characters. Quick example, Gaspard and Syllabus. I think Gaspard and Syllabus would more or less not have too many impactful moments in this different version of GU because, well, Haseo is not there to chase after Ovan and Makanu to run into Syllabus and Gaspard. And not to mention, I really don't see Ovan interacting with those particular characters. So there's a lot that would need to be changed. Also, the big thing that we have yet to think about is Ovan gets Tri-Edge before even Roots. Like, long before Roots. So a lot would have to be changed in order to, you know, make this work. Now granted, the Twilight Brigade would still be a thing, because, you know, Ovan is also working for the NAB, I believe. Hey, Kalino, how's it going? Funny, some sounds in Naruto Storm series have used the .hack sounds. Oh yeah, like, CyberConnect uses a lot of .hack sounds in their other projects. I mean, Fuga is a good example. You can hear a lot of .hack sound effects in, like, the first Fuga, for example. Like, yeah, they do that a lot. Like, because CyberConnect wants to make a .hack game, but Bandai owns the series, and they cannot make a .hack game without their say-so. Yeah, which is why, you know, our mission with this channel is to, you know, hopefully get .hack in the eyes of many people, so that way we can get more .hack products here in the States. You know, either by porting over some of the other games that we never got a chance to play here, like Versus or even Link. Granted, Link does have an English patch, but I think it would be nice to have like an official port of Link or Versus, or maybe even, okay, maybe not Guilty Dragon, because, you know, I don't think it's a, wait, is it a gacha game? All I know is that a mobile game probably would not do well here in the States, you know, with .hack, but you get what I mean. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. But most importantly, I think for the 30th anniversary of CyberConnect, they should show off something .hack. Because let's be real, .hack is one of their, I guess, outside of, like, maybe, outside of Fuga, like, .hack is one of their games that they are known for. You know, and their Naruto games, of course, but Naruto has had so many video games. Not just from CyberConnect, but from other studios. So I think, like, there's just a lot, you know? I think, like, for the 30th anniversary, like, maybe as a sort of teaser trailer for what's to come later in the year, that something .hack gets released. I'm hoping, at least. Like, something in my back of my mind is telling me, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, honestly, here's my prediction. Ideally, I would love for them to release a .hack trailer at the Game Awards this year. Like, or release something .hack related. Maybe even just some kind of, you know, show or anything. I'm hoping for a game, you know, at the Game Awards, but, you know, hey, if that does happen, I will definitely cover it. Like, I'll make a video of it if it does happen. But something in the back of my mind tells me that that's not gonna happen. You know, not to sound like a pessimistic, in this case, I do honestly want, you know, something .hack to come into the forefront, but a lot of people have been saying for years, oh yeah, like, .hack's gonna come back eventually. And that is why we're spreading the word of .hack. Whether you bring our little sub-series to reality or not, I just know the final moments of the final battle are going to be straight up heartbreaking. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely going to be heartbreaking, to say the least. I couldn't stream the final parts of story mode, though. Yeah, that is fair. That is entirely fair. You know, Klonoa. I can understand why. I think, I don't know. Like going back to the whole CyberConnect thing, I really do hope. Oh, whoa, okay. Stick drift. I really do hope. Man, I forgot my train of thought. The train has left the station. Choo choo. I think that. Oh yeah, CyberConnect should release something .hack. You know, like a trailer or something. If not this year, last year. PS4 blocked the final battles of Storm 4. Really? Oh, that sucks. You know, that's kind of what I don't get about like platforms like PlayStation and Xbox. Like, they know that streaming is a thing, and that, you know, other platforms can stream these cutscenes just fine. Why do you need to put a block on the cutscenes if they're going to be put on the internet either way? I get it, like, you know, hey, you don't want people just uploading your story, your content, you know, provide your permission. Even the gameplay and boss fight, yeah, that's what I don't get, you know? Like, there are streaming capabilities, like, you can do streaming through your PS4, PS5, but apparently certain sections of the game can't be streamed. That kind of goes against, you know, streaming the game, because you want to show your audience the game, and there's going to be spoilers one way or another, so it doesn't really make much sense, you know. Like, I have a PS4. I have definitely streamed games on my PS4 before. I think I played Genshin Impact on my PS4. This was like very, very early into my streaming career. I tried streaming from my PS4. Didn't look good at all. My audio was crapped. Haseo is evolving. Not yet. Not yet. We have yet to get to that part yet. Though I would love to get the jump extension, finish this game, and then just kind of do everything level 50, you know? Ooh. 891. 891. Let's go. We got another the death. And I go piano. Nope. 5,999 battles? Yes, that's how many battles we need to complete the challenge. So, as of right now, I'm not including the experience and battles and time right now until after we finish this level up, but currently we need 17,997 experience. So, divide that by 3, it's about 5,999 battles. Yeah, it's still a lot to get through. Like, we're probably going, it's still going to be about maybe 17 or 18 like streams, give or take, you know, but we're in the final half of this challenge. Like, the beginning portions of this challenge, you know, was easy. Like, getting to level 25, that was a grind. But now we're getting to the second half of things. Like, we're getting there. We are slowly getting there. Dun-dun-dun. Oh. Dun dun dun. Gotta get my drink. A golden alpaca versus Blazer Grunty in a race. When? I have no idea, Titan. I have no idea. Also, can you volume up the show at our sides? Titan. Titan, look, I mean, first and foremost, all you're hearing right now is just kind of like the background music that I have. because I'm not playing the music through the game because the dungeon track could get annoying very fast. But I mean, as long as you can hear me, and from my understanding, yes, I mean, I've definitely been getting heard. So I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do about your volume. So I mean, sorry about that, but there's just nothing much I can do about that. I think the alternative timeline can work if Haseo's avatars evolve too early, which leads him to accidentally PK in certain players and greatly mistaking it for a brand new skill. Again, I'm just spitballing. I think that might be I think that just might be the idea, but then only way that if I say only. I think the only way to alter the timeline can work if it's say that if I'm too early. I mean, maybe I'm not entirely too sure. Accidentally PKing certain players, greatly mistaken it for a brand new skill. I mean, yeah, that could be it. You know, maybe if this was pre-Forced to Pain Haseo, like he got this. He ended up getting access to Scathe either before meeting Harold in the Forest of Pain or after, but still, I honestly don't think it would be very difficult to try to create something like that. Again, the way I see it, so he gets his job extension, like, I guess, his job extension upgrades immediately, gets to 133, and also unlocks Scathe, and then Scathe influences his decisions, and then while he's at the Grand Hall Cathedral, maybe him and Shino get into a fight, he PKs her, he regrets it, and then maybe, like, the rumors of Triage, you know, start from there, you know? Or perhaps the rumors of the boards, like, instead of being called Triage, he would be called the Beast of Apocalypse, and then people are, like, mistaking him for some legendary PK or legendary, NPC that, you know, can one-shot you and, you know, send you into a coma, you know. Honestly, I think that would be a kind of a fun, but also, like, interesting what-if story. Nope. Time to get a drink. Beast of Apocalypse. Now that's one hell of a title. Oh, that's actually what is. I believe, like, have you seen God Hack Trilogy, the movie? Like, there is a form of Haseo that is kind of a extension to his Terror of Death form, where he goes full feral. His tails, like, he gets 2 additional tails that he uses as weapons, and then he just goes all out. Like, he's called the Beast of Apocalypse. You know, Beast of Apocalypse Haseo, or Beast Haseo, or Beast Form Haseo. It is actually very wicked, and it's very cool. Like, in the scene that you see it in, Haseo is tossing great swords of various, like, from various. Hey, hydrates. I got these. Yeah, Haseo is tossing great swords. He is. Honestly, it's kind of a badass moment. And so, you know, he ends up getting his final form that we know of, like the X form. Honestly, I would love to have a playable Beast of Apocalypse in GU, if someone were to make a mod of it somehow. Here we go. Alright, swords. I need that 3 experience of yours. Boom. Boom. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Ra-da-da. Ra-da-da. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. Excuse me. I know. I'm very professional. This is how real streamers stream. With the butt. Hey Jacob, how's it going? So what level are you at? We're currently level 32, going on 33. I honestly thought we were already 33, but this is going to be level 33. So right now let's see, after like these next few battles, we're gonna be level 33 and we'll need about 17,000 experience, give or take. So we're coming to the final stretches of it. I mean, it will be a while before we get to the end, but we're definitely getting there. We are certainly getting there. Like 52, I guess at this point, about 55 hours, something like that. It would also be very interesting detail if its third arm outside of combat resembled Shino. Ooh, like the motif of a wing almost. Well, I mean, nah, maybe not that, because we don't want to get copyrighted from for Sephiroth. Which part is this now? Let's see. This is kind of the, like this is, I guess, like 3/4 of the way there. Because we need 18 more levels in order to complete the challenge, and we're just about finished up with this level grind. And so, at the very least, if I do one level per stream, it will be at least 16 to 18 streams, give or take. Because I do want to end up doing like the last couple of levels and just like one big push. No, I mean part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh yeah, this is volume 1. This is volume 1 of Dot Hack Ju. Yeah, we're nowhere near we're nowhere near the beginning, or I mean the end. Like, because we've actually hit a roadblock in the story, we can't really get any further. So this is like very early in the GU story. So I would say this is part 1. This is surely part 1. All right, we'll get it there. We almost got level 33. Here we go. But then again, this leads to a greater question. What would Ovan's arc be about? Well, that would be a good question. I mean, I honestly don't know. I think Ovan would just continue investigating CZ Corp in the world, like nothing ever happened. You know, still under the guise of the Twilight Brigade. I don't know. I mean, it is something to think about. I mean, Oban does know Shino in real life, so maybe he finds out about Shino's PK, and maybe that is his arc. Like it's the same thing, the same story arc with his sister Aina, but using a different person, because instead of it being his sister, it's his, you know, friend. Because like I said, Oban and Shino know each other offline. And at least from what I remember reading about them. So it would make good motivation for Oban to take Haseo's place. You know, like he goes out and finds out what happened with Shino's PKing. Excuse me. Alrighty then. I think it's like 2 more dungeon runs and then this, and then we good for this level. No, not curse the laws. We do not curse the end laws. Goblin. 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 Yeah, it's definitely going to be 2 dungeon runs. Da 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 da. Alright. Let's get going. That was nothing. I can imagine Haseo's reaction when Oban says that he knows Shino. I feel messed up bringing up his timeline. But sure do love spitballing about. Oh, absolutely. Like, that's the fun about theory crafting and being part of a community like this, is that you can create all these fan what-if stories and just kind of like have fun with like what the series could have been, you know? Whether they'd be good or not, who knows? It is just fun to think about, you know? Man, one experience off from getting that level up. Oh well, at least that'll save us a little bit of time next time, as we'll start off with 17 experience. Oh, my goblins. Here you. 999. 999. Whoop. Hanako? Nope. Alright, this will be the last dungeon run for the night. Because this is where we get to level 33. Wow, wow. There we go, guys. Level 33. Heck yeah. Alright, we're gonna finish up this dungeon, we'll save, and then we're gonna check our stats. And, like, calculate what more we need to get done. Boom, boom, boom. And... oh, come on, I wanted the sneak attack. Boom, boom. Oh, come on. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. Walking through this hall that I'm so familiar with. Boop, boop, boop. Da, da, da. Goblin. Gotta get the goblin. Goblin 1, goblin 2, goblin 3. Yeah, but I'm starting up with 17 experience next time we do this. Poop. 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 Alright, there we go. That should be it for the night. Let's go ahead and save. We'll update the information that you see above the gameplay, and then we'll go ahead and recap what all we need done. Excuse me. Yeah, slay! We slayed all those goblins. Alright, so 5509. Let's see. Let's see. 55. 09 and then 16 seconds. Alright, now as for experience, let's see. So we need about 983 to get to the next level. So that is 16,983 for the amount of experience we need. Well, that's number of battles. Oops. 16,983. Alright, now let's divide that by 3, because 3 is the amount of experience we get for each enemy. 16,983 divided by 3 equals... Alright, so we need about 5,661 more battles. Alright, so here is our stats for right now. We are at 55 hours, 9 minutes, and 16 seconds. We need 16,983 more experience in order to complete this challenge, and we need to do 5,661. So yeah, about 300 battles per stream. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, give or take 300 battles. Honestly, it was definitely kind of fun. Well, well, I definitely had a fun chat tonight. Yeah, it was good chatting with you, Jay. It's good chatting with all of you. And so, this is where we are going to head out for the night. I do need to go to bed, but first, I gotta send you guys off somewhere. Let's see. For the, Twitch side of things, I don't think YouTube has a raid option. But hey, you know what? Hey guys, you should go over to Twitch as well. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. Let me see. Let's see, your boy Goku. You know what? Hardlight Cult is playing some Baldur's Gate 3. Let's go ahead and raid Hardlight Cult. Looks like they're in... They might be in Act 1? No, I think they're in Act 3. But, alright, friends. Are you trying to finish this challenge before the end of the year? Oh, I have a target right. Oh, sorry, Jacob. I'm a little bit too late. I didn't see your message before I chose a person. Yeah, I'm going to try to finish it by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm going to try to finish it by the end of the year. If not, then, well, that's on me. Because it's still 18 plus streams, so we probably won't be able to, it'll be cut into close, that's for sure. But alright guys, we're going to be raiding Hardlight Cult. They're playing some Baldur's Gate 3. If you haven't already, go hit that follow button. It's absolutely free. Or if on the YouTube side of things, you can go ahead and subscribe. That definitely helps me out. You can also head to our Discord, so that way you've been notified as to when we go live. You get to chat with us, participate in Free Stream Friday. I'm .hack YouTuber, of course. I do .hack topics for .hack people, and yes. And so, friends. Hope all of you beautiful people stay classy, stay beautiful. No. Stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a wonderful night. You are all amazing, and I'll see you next time.